Last week I talked about dating, and this week I want to continue to talk about love, relationships, and what the Americans call dating. It's part 2 of this series. It's spring while I'm taping this video. You might listen to it at any time or season, but spring is a very good time for love. It's like we're revitalized after a long dark winter. We are finding our vitality, our drive, also sex drive, but also drive to connect again and to go out there again. And this is why I would like to share more thoughts about this. One reason is that it happens in the private session so often now that people ask me about dating, about how to deal with the opposite sex, but also with the same-sex partners. And I realize that very often it's not my knowledge about relationships and family dynamics so much. It's actually more my own experience that helps people. So the more I talk about what touched me in my own marriage, what worked for me very well, what opened up my heart and soul towards my husband, the more I share about this, the more the clients and people and friends say, oh my God, that touches me too, and this is something that I can really take away from this for my life. So I would like to share this a little bit more publicly with you now. What I'm talking about, it is that when I met my husband, okay, we met before we knew each other, but when we became a couple, he was at a point where he was done with women and I was done with men in my life, whatever that means. But we couldn't help ourselves. We had to be together. And he was not what I thought he should be. And I don't know if I was what he thought I should be for him. But I could feel that the deeper connection is what attracted me to him. A very deep friendship. So what didn't work for me in the past was when I looked too much on the outside. It sounds very superficial when I say that, and maybe as something that doesn't even need to be talked about, but I hear that a lot of people look how somebody looks, how somebody fits what they have already as an opinion they are looking for. And I noticed all the things that I thought I was looking for, I actually wasn't until I was with him. And what was there instead? What I thought I was looking for was a freedom of being who I can be, and that also he followed me into my own loneliness and sanctuary. What he said back then was, you don't need to come out of your castle, but please make it big enough for me to fit in, so that I can fit into your castle as well. And I loved that. So what it meant to me is I don't have to come out, I don't have to be anybody else that I am, but I need to let him in. I need to make it big enough for him to fit in. And I did. And sometimes he reminded me that was our agreement, because sometimes I forget and I forgot. And the fact that he said that he came to me, when somebody comes to you and all you have to do is let it happen, that is a big deal. And you might know why I share this with you. I'm not so sure, but I don't have to be, because it doesn't come from here, it comes from the heart today. So, what do you feel? Why did I have to share this with you? And what does it do with you to listen to this?